Hi, this is A. Worsley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is celebrity roundup. There's been a lot of going on in celebrity news this week. Uh, this week, Tanya Sams, who was a friend of the show of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, decided to stop filming episodes this week when she realized that the main topic of season 13 was going to be that bachelorette stripper stripper scandal that happened at Cynthia Bailey's bachelorette party right before she got married in October of this year. It was rumored or alleged that Portia and Tanya did some kind of strip dance with some kind of stripper, and they had some kind of stripper sex scandal thing going on. And when Tanya denied it at first, and also Portia, but when she realized that was going to be the main topic, she decided to stop filming. Now I don't know if she quit for good, or it's just maybe it was just that scene or something like that, because it was it did come out about Portia being in the hospital for a while, but people thought Portia was pregnant, but Portia said she wasn't pregnant. And then her friend Shamia came out and said, well, she had caught COVID, and that's why she hadn't been around, or I guess been filming, because I know they had said something about they had closed down production for 2 weeks. I think that was last week, because certain production crew and people had tested positive for COVID. But this situation with this stripper stuff, I hope it's not gonna be another like it was last season with another snake gate situation, because I don't blame Tanya. I would have left too because of that. I think Bravo is not really particular and invested in those new girls. I thought it was going to be mostly about bringing on the new girls, but I think Bravo wants to at least keep the fans glued to the show, because they don't know how the fans are gonna take those new girls. So I'm all in Tanya's corner. Just mention it a little bit and then go on to the next thing. But I don't know what else is gonna go on Atlanta Housewives. I wish Tanya the best. On another note, Dave Chappelle decided to tell Netflix to take down his comedy show from their platform, because he was doing all the work, but he wasn't getting the residual money. And he said he understand that back in the day he had signed that deal with Netflix, but he also claimed that HBO Max is doing the same thing. But for so far, HBO Max hasn't took his comedy show off their platform, but Netflix decided to do it because Dave Chappelle said that wasn't right. They get all the residuals, and he gets no money. And so he asked Netflix, was that right? And Netflix didn't. I guess they didn't give him the right answer he wanted. So he said, "Well, just take my stuff, off your platform." And it's the same thing that Monique went through a few years ago. But people like Dave Chappelle and other people, oh, Monique is bitter, or she needs to sit down and all this kind of stuff. But now when it happens to them, then they want people to feel sorry and empathy for them. But I wish Dave Chappelle the best and all his endeavors. On another note, I finally got a chance to watch the Braxton Family Values. I think it's season 7, episode 3. It continued on with Trina's wedding. They finally got married and said their vows and stuff. And like Tracy said, they thought she was drunk, but she said she couldn't hold up Trina's dress and try to hold up her dress too, because her dress was falling down. And so that's how she tripped over the thing. But after the ceremony, the father tried to sing, and I understand why Trina did not want her father to sing. Her father cannot hold a note. He was all off tune and all off key, and he sounded bad. And I was glad that Tracy stepped in to help out, even though her voice was kind of was kind of rusty. She didn't sound as bad as her father. I mean, she was off. I mean, she was off maybe a little tune here or there, but you could still hear her vocal ability that we knew she could sing. And they were saying the reason why Tracy got upset was because it was I don't know, she was a family friend or somebody that they knew told Tracy that her sisters and stuff were laughing at her and making fun of her. But to me, it didn't seem like that in the film. It seemed like everybody was more laughing at the father than at Tracy. But they're saying that Tracy was super sensitive and stuff like that. But I agree with Tracy when she left the reception and went in the hall to calm down. I don't like it when somebody's upset. Everybody want to run behind them and, oh, what's going on? Find out what's going on. Let the people calm down first and then let them talk and stuff. But with everybody going back there, I'm so glad Tracy's husband stepped in and said no. He was gonna handle Tracy, and he took Tracy home and stuff like that. And it came to the last part where they were talking about the pandemic closing down things and stuff like that, and that's why Miss Evelyn had to come and stay with Vaughn and Trina for a little while because they didn't want her to be by herself. And then also Tony was talking to Tamar, and then Tamar came to Tony's shoot, and Tony thought Tamar was okay because Tamar looked like she was okay, but then she was in the corner, looked like she was crying or doing something, and they just thought she just had a bad day, and then they come to find out, through the news and the blogs that that Tamar tried to kill herself. Tony said somebody actually called her, and then I think it was Tawanda or Trina said that their brother or somebody else called them. But Miss Evelyn said that she knew that Tamar that Tamar was going through something, but she didn't know she was going through enough stuff that would want to take her life. And she said if something bad would have happened to Tamar, she wouldn't have been able to handle it. And I understand that as Miss Evelyn being the mother. But I'm glad that everything worked out for the best. On the last note, I did see the clips of the reunion from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and they talked about how they did auditions and how they came to the show. But the main part that everybody wanted to see was the reconciliation between Will and Janet Hubert, and I'm glad I did see that part because both of I do like the fact that both of them accepted their own responsibility for their part in the feud. But Will just kept on talking about, I was 21, I was young, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was the main picture of the star of the show. But like she had to point out to him, it wasn't the fact that she said she was come from a theater background, and she was used to more of a professional atmosphere than joking around all the time and stuff like that. And that's the way Will was. And so she was saying that the thing that put the nail in the coffin for her when he got on some radio show and said she was an angry black woman and she wanted it to be the Jeanette Herbert show and not her show. And she was telling Will that that he didn't know that she was going through domestic violence, marriage, and she had two kids, and they were thinking she was being unprofessional because she sometimes, like she said, would come to the set and wouldn't talk to people. She just wanted to get to work, and I don't know why people do that when I mean, they think like people are not a part of a ensemble cast because they don't talk. They might be going through something, and sometimes you have to kind of just try to work through it the best you can. But I'm so glad that they made up, and Will took responsibility for his part, and Janet took responsibility for her part, and I'm glad they made up. I hope Janet gets some work out of this because she has really been going through it for these last 30 years. This is A. Wesley. That ain't who tested like a TI is. I am out.